In this video, we will remember the answers to our most important questions. Who are we? What are we? Why are we? And where are we? Hello, I'm Marvin Glenn, the Singing Sage. Because, like you, I am also always evolving and learning, I ask that you always and only depend on your own inner divine presence to verify my statements and stories before you accept anything I say as the truth. In other words, please ignore your programmed mind and depend on how you feel in your heart and gut. The fact that you clicked on this video tells me that you are curious to remember the answers to those absolutely vital questions so you can finally be real. Without those answers alive and active in us, we are simply confused and scared animals in a dark jungle of lies and deception. When we do have those answers, everything changes. I mean, everything. Like the ways we relate to ourselves and other people, the ways we make decisions, the ways we perceive this reality, and the ways we relate to all of creation within us and around us. So if we are truly serious about being real, there are several ways we must deal with our present personal beliefs and biases so we can actually receive the true facts about our existence. First, we need to stop believing we humans are the low of the low and that we're just stupid eaters without any reason to exist. That's how we've been programmed to think, but it's all just a part of the matrix of deception we've been living in for eons of time. I mean, what better way to make someone subservient than to make them believe they are worthless and unworthy of anything good? Next, we need to remember what we are. We all are actually eternal, non-physical, and infinite creator beings who are the most powerful beings in all of creation anywhere. We all are vastly more wonderful than we have ever been allowed to know or believe. Then we must remember who we are. We are the infinite prime creator of this universe, expressing itself here. We are individual expressions of all that is. Next, we need to remember why we're here. That the reason for all our pain and dramas and fun is that we are serving our souls. We are their portal into this reality where they can expand their wisdom, experience adventures, fulfill their dreams, play their games, and become even more than they already are. We live the ways that we do because our souls want and need to live and experience and expand life through us. We are our souls, and our souls are expressions of all that is, the prime creator of this universe. So life is living itself through us. And lastly, we all need to remember where we are. We are universal embryos living on the body of our dear Sophia, Mother Earth, who is the divine feminine cradle of humanity, where we have been growing into maturity for a long, long time. The time has finally come when we can actually walk away from this matrix of deception and reclaim our innate powers. We can do that by accepting the true realities of our being that include all of our mental, physical, etheric, energetic, and spiritual bodies. By accepting this truth, we can start living as who and what we have always been. To get the grand detailed story of our existence here on Earth, I recommend two ways. First, you can go to the website of my mentor, the great George Cavassalis. He and his book, Our Universal Journey, are treasures of information and authenticity. The links are in the description down below. Also, at the end of this video, I will refer you to another of my videos that gives you a more detailed explanation of the hows and whys of our existence together here. Now, let's explore the mind concept. After living here so long, how anyone can still believe their thoughts are correct and informed is a mystery to me. Just listening to our thoughts can drive us absolutely crazy, literally. So what is this thing we call mind? Scientists have been searching for the mind in our brains for a long time, as you know, but without success. Our minds are our connection to the energetic field of creation. Lynn Taggart's book, The Field, lays this out in understandable ways if you want more information to explore. For us today, we just need to know that we are not our thoughts and accept that we don't intentionally generate the vast majority of them. They simply come into our brains from the energy field in which we live. Our monkey minds can't stop chattering, and it's all because we are walking around in the soup of thought energies wherever we go. Thoughts also come from people around us. Thoughts are energy that never dies. They float in and out of our heads and so easily fool us into thinking they are real and true and good for us because we've never been taught to question them or to even think critically. Many years ago, I learned a good way to work with my thoughts. I finally realized that I am not my thoughts and they are not me. I stopped identifying with them because they got me into so much trouble and sorrow. Now I stay aware of them and look directly in the eye and ask them, can I know you're true? Can I absolutely know you're true? I learned this technique from Byron Katie, a magnificent lady who has helped a lot of people. There's a link to her work in the description below too. When I first started questioning my thoughts, they acted surprised that I was actually aware of them and they got quiet for a few seconds. Of course, they couldn't be quiet for long, but that was long enough for me to separate myself from their voices and simply walk away. Since then, I've been practicing and playing with them like this every day. When we do something consistently every day, we become very good at it. They've learned they can't affect me much anymore. That's how it is for me now, and it's great. Our minds are so full of bullshit that we must clean out. I'm talking about our belief systems, beliefs about ourselves, and beliefs about our reality. I mean, how can anyone even begin to act on their thoughts when it's so obvious we don't know what we're doing as a species or as individuals? Just look around. They get us into so much trouble. Our thoughts control us only because we let them. But when we start waking up to what they are and remember where they come from, it becomes very easy to at least begin questioning them without automatically accepting them as true. What I said a few minutes ago about us being more wonderful than we can even begin to imagine, well, I meant it. We humans are magnificent in many, many ways. Other universal species are partial fractals of the universe, but we are the only full universal fractals. Our bodies are walking universes. Weird concepts, right? Let me explain. In case you don't know what a fractal is, here's a short clip showing graphically how they're constructed and how each part contains and affects the characteristics of all the other parts. This is one of the reasons I say we are powerful. What we do and how we are affects all of creation everywhere. Other beings also affect things, but nowhere near as powerfully as we do. Why is that, you might ask? Well, it's because we are the results of a grand experiment that's been conducted on Earth for a very long time. For millennia, several extraterrestrial civilizations have been visiting Earth and tinkering with our DNA all the way down to and including our mitochondrial DNA. Our DNA contains the attributes and characteristics of at least 24 different galactic species. That's what makes us so astounding to other beings and why there have been so many instances of off-planet beings abducting us humans. They hope to use our DNA to help improve and strengthen their own species. There's a fascinating book called The Only Planet of Choice by Phyllis Schlemmer that tells this story beautifully if you want to explore this subject some more. You can find it on Amazon. So why do we believe what we believe? During the early years of my life, I simply never questioned what my parents and their religion told me about life and about myself. It never dawned on me that there might be other ways of seeing life and living it. To make a long story short, let's just say that at the age of 25, life began waking me up to other ways of being and thinking. It was done gently but consistently, so I began my long journey back into myself and my heart, where I am now. During those years, I grew from being tossed around and tormented by my many inner demons of anger, hatred, resentment, confusion, and addiction, back into who and what I really am, and have always been a conscious and loving creator being. Through my many videos, I have related my personal journey, so I invite you to watch them if you wish. This grand journey we're all on never ends, but this momentous moment on Earth is a gigantic stepping stone for us all, if we choose to exponentially and quickly evolve into and for our next stage of being. It seems humanity has passed a test recently. The death of Charlie Kirk. This horrific event was watched by other, more advanced beings to see if we, as a human species, have finally grown up enough to show tolerance, compassion, and patience with each other, in spite of our powerful emotions. This was a crucial event that was an opportunity to choose unity over hatred and division among ourselves. And the majority of us did just that. We have avoided falling into the abyss of civil war in America and even worldwide. What this means is that we are now ready to learn the vast amounts of truth that have been hidden from us. We have shown that we are able to handle the dark secrets soon to be revealed, and that we are ready now to be invited and allowed out into our galactic neighborhood as mature and capable creator beings. It really is an exciting and inspiring time to be alive. We all have many new and fulfilling experiences just waiting to enrich our souls. If you want to stop depending on your thoughts for guidance, here's my video about how to get that wisdom from your heart. If you want more details about the hidden parts of our lives on Earth, you can go to this video here. If you like being with me like this, there's a button called like under the video that likes you to touch it. And feel free to subscribe for more of my life-affirming shows like this one. Thank you for visiting with me today. Today's song is How Many Times?
How many times shall I invite you before you let your spirit fly? How many times must I proclaim it? You are the apple of my eye. If you could only see the sunlight that's always shining in your sky, none of your fears could come and claim you. None of your fears would even try. It's time you heard a secret, something you've always known. I'm living here within you, and you are not alone. Before you ask, I will have answered, because my child, we two are one. No need to dwell in your disasters, the things done are simply done. Release the guilt and shame within you and celebrate the one you are. The lonely darkness all around you can only magnify your star. Dwell in your silent beauty, embrace the truth you show. My love is living in you, and you are always whole. How many times shall I invite you before you let your spirit fly? How many times shall I proclaim it? You are the apple of my eye. If you could only see the sunlight that's always shining in your sky, none of your fears could come and claim you. None of your fears would even try.